Tell me another. My advice? Don't give gold to men who offer advice. If you think a mercenary group will die on their first mission, just hire them once. I have heard of a talking tree in the thick woodlands out to the west. The Black Bank is a dangerous place, they say. Even the most prestigious kings and emperors are not safe from the Black Bank's collectors. Yeah, I don't really use the Black Bank, but I did hear that it is nice for speedrun things. Anyway, also, I just thought that I'd mention. I don't know if I have the latest version of this game. I should probably update the game. But anyway, in the latest version, they've patched kind of the Shelob trick I did at the start. No longer can you get 1 million space bucks from him at any difficulty. You'll get lesser and lesser rewards as you have gone into the game with a more difficult game. So whatever, as the difficulty is higher. Okay, I think I've heard enough. You may go now. The wise man says, thank you and sorry for bothering you. Also, I know it can be hard dealing with us low folk, but it really means a lot. You are visited by a knight who says, I saw a demon in the south. They have grown brazen. We must stop them. Shall I do the interesting thing? He can join if he can prove himself. But I've found that that's also a dangerous one for them, or whatever. I'm just going to accept his pledge. The knight begins laughing and says, I didn't expect you to be your loyal knight today, but I welcome you to position. You're visited by a knight. He claims that he is here to pay his respects to you. Tell me about your adventures. I cleared a grove of cursed gnome folk who were killing anyone who ventured near. Sad to hurt gnomes, though, even if they were cursed. How about you join me? The knight politely declines your service, claiming to you that he is a nomadic knight of a long-lost house and is on a quest to restore his house's legacy. Okay, well, sure, thanks. The knight bows to you and says, actually, that what an insult to the dungeons with him. I should have done. It's a high honor being in your presence. Farewell before leaving. You're visited by a knight who says he has heard good things about you, and I wanted to pay his respect to you. Yeah. Wait. Aren't you the same person? No, apparently not. The knight politely declines your service, claiming to you that he has more important matters to attend to. What could be more important than serving me to the dungeons with him so you can be a prisoner and work for me there? Collect me money that way, at least. Nah. Thanks. The knight bows to you. Yeah. You are visited by a farmer who claims his cattle were killed by wolves. He asks if you could possibly assist him in buying new livestock. I don't buy any livestock for anybody. To the dungeons with him. No. Here's 100 gold. You order the gold to be paid immediately. The gold is accepted and the farmer shouts, Thank you. You are visited by a scarred scholar who steps forward and says, My lord, I come to speak to you about the great power that lives in being loved by the low folk of the realm. That lives in being loved. What? If you win the hearts of the people, you have won the heart of the nation. They will protect you from evils and follow you to the darkest pits of which men to fear to tread. Do not presume to come here and preach to me. Begone to the dungeons with him. Thank you for your impassioned speech. Okay, that's everyone. So there are still more things I want to do. I want to have a lot of gold still at my disposal for the next turn, but kingdom upgrades. One thing I maybe don't value enough is the it's on. Where is that one? Ah, yes, here it is. Explorer's Guild +2 explore chances per turn. I mean, it will pay for itself if you were comparing it to those ridiculous prices at the Cartographer's Guild. But that is a bit too expensive for my tastes. Ah, yes, here's one more thing at least that I needed to check. Okay, nothing there. Shall I get myself a... Maybe not. Maybe no new champion. But maybe it is time to upgrade my general into somebody a bit better. You're fired! Fired? Gods! You put your life on the line for someone. Okay, let's see who we have here. Who do we have? 3 potential high generals are sent to your court. You may speak to each of them to learn of their skills and talents. Hello, I'm Vyand of the Blue Bridge. I was once considered one of the greater generals in the land. I have always been a supporter of your family. I require a payment of 137 gold per year. I'll consider it. Humphrey the Outsider. My father was one of the greater generals of the realm. If you don't hire me, some other noble will. Are cheap, but also not all that great. Greetings, I am the one named Aldred the Grey Rider. I have won a fair deal of victories in my time. It would make my father proud for me to fight alongside a great ruler. I demand a payment. Nobody demands a payment from me. To the dungeons with him. There's not really anybody that I would really want, but I suppose Vyand will have to do. Well, what were these skill levels? 171. Do you have a higher rank? I communicate with other groups and factions in the world and help you get your way with them. I can also show you what they think of you and everyone else, and can give you some diplomatic advice here and in the court meetings. 200 skill required to increase the chance of diplomacy success from high to highest. That would be really nice to have. My skill is currently respectable, but alas, there is more to learn. If I reach 200 skill level, I shall become far more effective at diplomacy with foreign kingdoms. Actually, let's start auto-training my volunteer. You are a bit expensive, but whatever. What else can you do? When I reach 200 skill, I will be able to show you. Ah, yes, that was the one I wanted at some point. I would really like for you to be higher level, but why is there no what do you do thing for the high general? Fix it, Solgrim. No, it's not Solgrim. But whatever. We'll see if we can get somebody better at some point. Okay, then we only have 1,100 soldiers in our ranks. I could afford 160. 160 times 39 would be not too bad. Let's buy. I don't know. There is also this recruitment upgrades. You have already paid out the Grand Market favor. It ends sometimes randomly, and the game is really bad at reminding you to check if the Grand Market favor is ongoing. Please fix it, developer, if you ever listen. Shall I hire more peasants? 485 it's not good enough for me. Also, maybe just maybe I should stop with Laws of the Land. Where is it? Recruitment and training. Seize peasant training. Even though I just had that, I think I had the Grand Barracks built, but whatever. Now then, how many slave soldiers do I have? That's one thing I might want to look at. 491. I can spare more to have more of them. No, not kingdom reports. Let's go to the Northern Lands Slavers Fort. Slaves like... let's buy quite a few of them because I have a plan here. Shallow Rock Mine. You come upon a Shallow Rock Mine, which is currently held by a group of goblins. The goblins do... the goblins claim to be the Greenskin Mining Company and request you leave. Nobody requests me for anything. Let's attack. And actually these... world map ones, I think it's fine if you send all your troops. I think the slave soldiers still go first. Here's hoping. If they don't, I'm going to be mad. A skirmish is a good way to weaken the enemy with little risk. A wise choice indeed. Good, let's crush them. Yeah. Slave soldiers do in fact go first. I only lost 40 of them. The goblin workers of the Greenskin Mining Company are dead, and the mine they owned is now all yours. All mine! There is something I want to try out. You cannot have more than... let's put 50 peasants there. Now let's put 200 more there. Then let's try to add 600 more. You cannot have more than 600. Yeah, because there is... I feel like I've been able to have more than the stated maximum amount of peasants as miners. I wanted to see if I could reproduce that bug in this while I was recording, but unfortunately, apparently not. Cannot have more than those. Yeah. But I really feel like I have done that before. It's weird. I know. What else could I fight against? Absolutely the western... let's go recruit villagers from a small haven. You recruit 13 peasants. Let's speak to the village elder. The elder of the village of Smallhaven approaches. His name is Darmok, and he happily greets you. Smallhaven is a close community of farmers. There isn't much of interest to do here, but those who wish us no harm are always welcome. Denland is rumored to be the most peaceful place in the realm. There is a little bit of magical influence in the area, but that aside, there is a little going on here. Okay, request a trade caravan. Smallhaven would be pleased to trade with you. We have little to offer besides our crops. Let's visit the local tavern and speak to the... There is actually a Carol's trophy room, but let's look at the ox head first. You approach the ox head, the namesake of the tavern, supposedly belonging to a minotaur that was causing trouble in the west. Carold slew it and brought its "it is" head as proof. The local lord gave Carold enough gold to open a tavern, which he did. The ox head. So, he used to be an adventurer like me before the local lord gave him enough gold to open a tavern. Okay, that doesn't really work out all that well, but whatever. I'll get there at some point, viewer. I'll get there. A burly man named Carald asks me what I want. Who are you? I'm Carald, once adventurer, now tavern owner. It's an ever-changing life. So he used to be an adventurer like me before he had a change in life. A change of mind, or whatever. It's not easy being a video game commentator. That old thing, well, not my finest of moments. I had been part of a war band sent to capture Fort Gorthmek from the orcs. The plans were stupid and we were bound to lose, but nonetheless we fought and lost. I managed to break away, but was penniless and traveling. I ended up here in the western lands and heard rumors of a white minotaur reaving the countryside and killing those who stood against him. The beast wasn't hard to find. I sliced his head off, and wouldn't it be fate? The damned thing's head fell to the floor, and one of its teeth chipped off and hit me in the eye, blinding me. Still, after showing the local lord, I got a big bounty and decided to settle. Smallhaven is a nice enough village. Not a lot going on here, though, which is a shame, but I'll try my best.